love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't stop. I'm so gone, no I'm never turning back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so what? You're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong, you will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I'm not Nick Cannon. I'm High, and I am what I am. And we're racing the Formula Tango, going back to mid-Ohio this time. And this track is famous all throughout the United States, a classic road course, home to IndyCar, IMSA WeatherTech, NASCAR, and Xfinity Series, SCCA, and the National Auto Sports Association. The track was broken ground in 1961, but it's not 1961, baby. It is 2023, and the Formula Tango is on. Let's go see what the drivers are up to. 13 and a little bit over minutes left in this qualifying session. Most drivers just getting done with their hot laps. Let's get to seeing what the standings are up to right now, because they sure are spicy. Up at the top, no surprise there, it's Kwas with 200 points. Kong trailing with 162, the Huckster with 138, 135 for Vallone, Dan Feeder with 119, Min-Max with 105, Misfit with 97, Bearded with 95. Make sure this is the championship standings, and it is. Bearded 75. Who did I skip? Misfit, Bearded, and then Kieran in 9th place. Devon in 10th, Shibaka in 11th. Jay Styles in 12th. Misha in 13th. Ben B in 14th. Kilos in 15th. 16th for the Kev Duty. 17th for the Cripple Kid. Nathan B in 18th. And Andrew in 19th for the NCRC crew. And they're tied down there at 22, and it's 48 points up through the middle of the field. So we'll see a lot of drivers who've returned from their holiday breaks make their way back up to the front, and it looks like Quas is here, but I don't know if he really is. We've got some new blood out on track, so let's see if they've got any shade to throw. Misha's out there with her blue tires doing the Smurf thing. I think we'll be seeing more of those in the near future. Maybe not this series, but more to come. Oh, there it is. Quas with a 20.9. Goes right back to the pits. Signed, sealed, and delivered, as I say, typically. I'll be honest, Mid-Ohio is not a track that's on my everyday to-do list when it comes down to sim racing, and I'm ashamed to say that, as it seems to be an instant classic, much like VIR. And if you haven't watched the documentary on the track, I gotta say you should do so. It is a wonderful history about how that track really came to be and influenced that neighborhood. And the restoration of that track, obviously, also. And how that came to be another historic racetrack. Looking at the times right now, a lot of things will be shaking and baking, I think. A couple drivers still on mediums and hards. I wonder if they're just throwing caution to the wind and just getting laps under their belt for what they can for race practice, I guess is what we'll call it. And some actually going for a legit qualifying session and trying to break ground into the low 20s. I think that might be on track. There's the Huckster. Putting together a lap into the 22.5 for the Huckster. And who's that behind? They're getting a little tow. I don't know who that was. Bearded with a 120.8. Woo! Now that is a lap put together well. Good on Bearded. Man, Quas is going to have to get out of pits and try to put one together. Now the Crumple Kid getting to the line. What do you have in the bag? Anything for the kid? That's a 125.3 for the kid. Enough to put one on the board. 125.3. Hopefully I didn't botch that when I said it out loud. Kilo out here in third place with his 121.4. It looks like Bearded's going purple again on this fast lap, if I'm not mistaken. Well, that might be his last lap still stuck up there. It is, I'm sorry. Quas doing any better. Quas has gone personal best in Sector 1. Purple in Sector 2. Quas to the line now. This might be it. It is it. Right back to the pits for him. Rest those heels. Back out it for a spicy qualify. What does Baloney have in the bag? Is he into the 20s as well? Not quite yet. I'd be surprised if Baloney does get into the 20s. Although I know we've talked to him before, and he always says he's just looking for a good, clean race. He tends to have that pace beneath him to get a couple of seconds off in qualifying. Here in like the Ichiban, getting to the line, 122.4, and that's competing with the mid-pack of the field there. Good on Kieran with that 122.4. Huckster might be out there trying to do a little bit better. Maybe he'll put on the softs to really throw it out there, but for now, he's on the medium tire compound. Loney is improving, even with those mediums. Maybe he's gotten them to break in at this stage. Kilo. That's gone green sector 1, green in sector 2. Might be on par with the front row here. 120.864. Wow, this might be the closest qualifying session we've had in a while, folks. Holy Toledo. Quas up there at the front again. I must have missed that in all the excitement. A 120.8 for Quas. Kilos in second place with a 128.64. And then Bearded with a 120.887. Wow, that's crazy. Holy Toledos are out. If anybody else gets into the 120s, I'll do a Steve Carell and wax my chest into a smiley face. I'm not sure if you want to see that or don't want to see it. So let me know in the comments, and we'll make it happen for all the subscribers back at the lab channel. If one more driver breaks into the 120s, I will do it and either show it and or not show it, depending on what you want. Oh, goodness gracious. So someone's going to break into the 120s or not break into the 120s. Kong and Kieran, I think, are the ones that can really knock on the doors of doing so. Ben drives off the track just a little bit there at the top of Thunder Valley, but gains his composure and drives back on track. Mark E wants to see it. Mark E, I don't know if you really do want to see that, brother. But if you want it, you got it. We gained some viewers in the interim. Kong drives off, trying to reach that golden 120. Maybe he got a glimpse of my chest air and backed out of that. We'll see. Valoni's out here. Actually, I take that back. Valoni might be able to do that as well. I don't know how much time he's had to practice this track specifically, but he seemed to be keen with the car. Excited to see the Huckster and Kieran battle this one out. I think it might be a battle for attrition, and Misha might be able to battle with the front if Kieran and the Huckster really get intertwined there, and Bearded and Kong just do their thing. Need to spoil the movie magic. Feeder. No personal best out here, going off track there in sector 2. Looks like an outlap for him. Nope, this is a valid lap actually for Dan the Man. And he will improve. That's a 123 if I'm not mistaken. And it's 6.98, and that was his personal best. As much as my HUD did not want to display that was his personal best. The Huckster's out here also improving, and Dan goes off at the start of his lap. I think that's turn 4 where he's off, so yellow flag there. Local yellow, it looks like. Able to get back on track. I'm sure he's going to want to get back to the pits and do at least one more flyer if he can pull that off. Might not have the time to do so. Only 3.5 minutes now in this session. Pick a driver, any driver, who we're going to talk to. I feel like Marky Oat got a little pre-race action going on behind Voss. It looks like Bearded and Kilo might be getting a little familiar. Pre-race drama. No, that's Bearded. And I don't know who that is. Bearded, and I had a feeling like you guys were going to say Dan. Bearded and Ben awfully close to each other on track. I had a feeling like you'd say Dan. I had a feeling. We got 2 Dan fans in here. That's pretty much 100% of the viewership here, so I feel obligated to keep the fans entertained and talk to Dan the Man Or do we have a better nickname for Dan? I feel like it just doesn't fit. And you guys being his amigos, his compadres, his passe, I feel like you guys would know what really we need to extract out of what we need to call Dan as, you know, our compatriot. You know, as we're his number one fan. So what do we call him? Is Dan the man? Is he? Ask him about feeding the geese. Will that lead us to the nickname? That better lead us to a nickname. Dan the Gosling? No, that doesn't make sense. Anyways, Dan feeding the geese. Okay, Dan like feeding the geese. I can see that. Okay. Took me a second to get there. But back to the qualifying, 1 minute 40 seconds left. 20-20-20s, 20.8s for the top three right now. Kong's in the pits, not going for it apparently. Two drivers coming together. That's Misha. Oh, excuse me, that's Ben and not Misha. I don't know who that was that went to the pits there, but that would have been their last flying attempt, and that's going to be words said in the chat. I can only imagine Dirty Dan, the garbage man. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. When I thought there were good ones out there that you guys could pull out, I didn't think we're gonna go there. Man, that is golden. Just like those arches on the side of Chewbacca's car. Those are golden arches. Chewbacca getting to the line, may improve here. 123.4 into 9th place for him, just in front of Maloney, who's in the pit lanes already, so that'll be it for him. And Kilo's in the pits. We've only got a few other drivers out, still doing valid laps, so let's see what's really going on. Ooh. Is Kilo on a valid fast lap, possibly? Kilo might be going purple in Sector 1 right now. I don't know if that's true or not. No, it is not true. Bearded pimps him the last possible second, it looked like, with a 120 point. I must be hallucinating, for goodness sake. But we're grabbing Dan the garbage man. It looks like Klaus is going to be the provisional, or is going to be on, on pole. Provisional, it's over. Then Bearded's going to be in P2, and then we're going to go Kilo in 3rd place now. And we're going to have Kong in 4th place, Kieran in 5th, the Huckster in 6th, Chewbacca in 7th, Misha in 8th, Ben B in 9th, or excuse me, just Ben. And then we've got Valoni in 10th, Dan Feeder in 11th, and then Minmax in 12th, and we've got the Kerbalkin in 13th place. So let's talk to the man who's got the first place here. Not only does he have first place in the pit box, he's got first place in the viewers' hearts. It's Dirty Dan, the garbage man. How are you doing, Dan?
Oh, what's going on, man? How are you? I'm good.
We're just living the dream. We've got some questions here in the chat. What about
that makes me
geese?
nervous, doesn't it? Where'd you go?
Dan, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah, I'm looking about feeding the geese.
I made that joke about 25 minutes ago before I switched over to our chat.
Ah, okay. And we're also looking for nicknames for you, and you're not allowed to give yourself the nickname, so we've...
Nicknames are always given by friends.
Right, and it's out of love that apparently Mark E has decided to give you Dirty Dan the Garbage Man. I'm not sure if this is something that will stick, but man, does it roll off the tongue right now.
That's a long-standing nickname. It goes all the way back to when we met in college with kid.
Holy Toledo's then. Well, it rolls. Not only does it roll off the tongue, and if it works and it sticks. Well, right on then. How about the racing tonight? Looking forward to anything?
Honestly, Mid-Ohio is fun, but I have an issue keeping the rhythm going here. I don't have a lot of laps on this track, maybe 10 total.
Yeah, this track looks ruthless, and they've got a roller coaster section. I didn't know this was a theme park as well.
Yeah, I think I'm starting 11th, so it should be fun. Mid-pack.
Oof, man, that does. Yeah. Good luck, and good luck keeping it clean. I think everybody's going to need it tonight.
I always find better pace during the race than I do in qualifying, so we'll see how it goes.
Find the rhythm, find the rhyme. It might be time to get jiggy. It's bobsled time.
Let's go racing, boys.
Let's go racing. Good luck, Dan. Take care.
Thanks, man. You too.
Bearded.
Hi.
What are we gonna do with you, sir? What are we doing?
Oh, I'm just sitting behind Quaz here, thinking about how I'm gonna pass him during the race. Probably not gonna happen. I'm probably gonna spin out. But we're gonna have fun.
Oh my God, this is the closest qualifying I think I've ever seen at the lab. This is absolutely insane. It's gonna be exciting, isn't it?
Oh yeah, me, Quaz, Kilo. Kong's sandbagging. That dude's got pace. I don't know what he did in qualifying, but he's got pace, bro. He's got the same pace.
He didn't want to see me. He didn't want to see me with my chest shaved. That's all it is. That's why he didn't get into the 120s. I was wondering why.
It was the Vegas bettors.
It was,
he had to,
that's
the 4
exactly
people
what it
in the
was.
120s. The odds were really good. Vegas needed their money. They paid him off.
You know what? It's unfortunately the fans in chat that wanted to see it won't be able to get to see it. But you know what they will get to see is this beautiful race, and the race is on. Good luck, Bearded.
Thank you. Hi. Have a good one.
You too, brother. I love talking to these guys. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your love. I don't know why you guys are here. I don't know why you guys do it, but I appreciate everything you guys are doing. Stick around. Enjoy the show. We've got 13 drivers getting to the grid now. It's about to get spicy, folks. Grab your water, grab your popcorn, grab your pupperoo, get them close, because it's Formula Tango time. Last sip of water for myself as well. And we've got 6 lights ready to be illuminated. Here we go. It is time to get jiggy, baby. It is bobsled time. Let's go. Quas leads us away into turn 1 here at Mid-Ohio. And Bearded cannot do anything. Oh, there's a little bump in the rump side by side. I think that's Kilo and Kong. Oh, Kieran, Kilo, and Kong getting into it. A little bit of collision there. Jostling up the order just a hair right now. Bearded still close to Quas, about a half second back. We saw this before, but will that gap go away? Kong past Kilo. Kilo's in front of Kong, excuse me. Kieran goes to the back of the grid, down into 13th place, and spun out at turn 4 now. And justice looks to be restored in the leaderboard right now. Valoni in 7th place. Man, this is really close. I know it's just lap 1, but holy smokes, the drivers are sticking close together and not really accordioning together, but working in these little tight packs. Look at Min-Max almost pushing Misha along right now with those Smurf tires. I'm going to keep calling him that, and I'm going to keep sticking to that right now. Good luck to Bearded, and good luck to all the drivers indeed, as hecticness is around. Who's that in the background? That's Chewbacca and Min-Max. I think, no, that's Chewbacca and the Cripple Kid going side by side through the backside of the track. That was through Thunder Valley. Chewbacca, oh no, there's an off there. Looks like Kong, Kieran. Nope, who is that? That is Kong. Spawn off at, looks like, turn 15. It goes back to the back of the grid, and now is next to Kieran for that exciting battle that will ensue all race long from lap 1 to lap 14, it seems. Misha now behind Valoni. He's looking to make a move. Kieran might be looking to make a move on Kong right now. Not seeing if that might actually be done. Here's the move that will get done sooner rather than later. This is Misha on the inside, and I think there's just a little bit of overlap there that was successful in that overtake, and Valoni unfortunately turned into Misha. Now we've got this trio battling it out, and this is Misha, Valoni, and Min-Max in the background. Min-Max through on Valoni as Valoni got past there at the entrance of turn 6 and almost lost his rhythm there. Dan talked about losing your rhythm or not being able to maintain it early on in the race, and Dan now gets past Valoni as he falls back. Bearded is still stuck to Ross right now. It's super close. Really curious to see what happened to Valoni. That's really unfortunate for him and really unlike him to make his own mistakes. He's been working on his consistency, he keeps telling me. Working hard, moving forward, just like Bearded. He's moving forward not only in his pace, but in his rhythm and consistency. He complimented Quas on his consistency the last battle and chase they were in. And I'm sure he'll have the same complaints again this race if Quas manages to keep it cool for the entire 20 minutes. Chewbacca's still hanging out in that pack. Quas with the fastest lap. That's a 1:21.6. It was Bearded's fastest lap that time around. A 1:21.7. There's the Purple Kid having an off, unfortunately. Looks like that's at the last corner before the start-finish straight here. Is so close to Quas, just really hanging in there, and obviously their lap times are just about the same, fractionally different. Bearded even had a purple sector 3. That shows you that Quas doesn't really have it all in the bag, except for he does pull out the plug, and he did get a purple sector 1 on this lap alone, and that gap is opening up just slightly right now. This is the Purple Kid battling it out with, Kieran battling it out with the Purple Kid. Ooh, my goodness, that was so close to contact, but avoided narrowly. What amazing heads-up driving by both of the drivers. Oh, and Kieran goes off, excuse me. Ooh, Misha's off themselves. Hopefully trying to regain control of the vehicle and get back on at turn 4, and unfortunately has to rejoin in 11th place, but is able to do so successfully. This is the Huckster chasing down Ben Beat. He's managed to gain at least 1 position as Ben has been able to gain 5 off the start of their race. Driving cleanly so far. Ben really doing well up there in 4th place. Long making their way through the pack successfully, at least. He's back into 8th place after giving themselves a big ol' whackaroo at the end of the first lap. Back on the intervals, I'm sorry, losing my mind a little bit. Chewbacca and Kong going side by side at turn 4. A little over under there. This might be where, I think we talked about it earlier in pre-race stream. We talked about if you do the over under there, you might lose out at the end of the straight, but it doesn't look like Shu was able to keep in touch with Kong just enough to try to challenge that for that position. So Kong is through and into 7th place and off to the races for him right now. Kropotkin chasing down Kieran in 10th and 9th place. Both drivers out for one. A little bit of lockup there from the Kropotkin trying to make this move successful. Ooh, Bearded and Quas, this is as close as it's ever been. I wonder if Bearded was able to see Quas make that fatal mistake. And this is where he's gonna pounce. Side by side, Bearded's on the outside, excuse me. Can't keep it stuck. This is the roller coaster section I keep talking about before entering Thunder Valley. Where the car really gets unsettled going over these blind apexes and humps. But man, what a great ride. Lap times almost identical between the drivers. They're not going to be going any faster than this at this point. Kilo's even gaining ground. Within a second now of the pack ahead. Misha now behind the Kropotkin, who looks to have had a slow last lap. Might be able to gain a position there for Misha. Oh no, and the Kropotkin gets spun. Excuse me, as just as I had looked away at the timing tower, Kropotkin spun out. It will get back on track and get going again, thankfully. It seems to be right in the world again. It's still three-way battle. You know what I'm gonna say? Ménage à trois. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Got Quaz, Bearded, and Kilo. If only Kong was in the mix, it'd be a spicier battle than the salsa at Celia's. Not too much to complain about right now for the drivers, it seems like. Cars driving smoothly and neatly, tidily in their single file line. Only 5 more laps left to go, folks. For this race is finito, and if anybody wants to make their moves, they're going to start making them now. Planning, plotting, watching, waiting, lurking, lingering. And where's Valoni at? Valoni's in 12th place right now, trying to gain ground as best as possible, it looks like.